Welcome to the Republic of Me. My name is Ivana, and this is a channel where I share my creative journey and some parts of my life living on an island in the Mediterranean. Sometime last month, a lady I know gave me a few cuttings of dragon fruit cactus from her garden. And after waiting for a few days for them to properly callus over, I have decided to plant them in the largest of terracotta pots I bought last year. Dragon fruit, or pitaya, is the fruit of several different cactus species indigenous to the region of southern Mexico and along the Pacific coasts of Guatemala, Costa Rica, and El Salvador. From what I know, there are yellow, red, and white varieties, and this one is the white one, if I remember correctly from what the lady told me. Since it successfully grows in the tropical and subtropical regions of the world, Cyprus climate is also suitable, and I'm really looking forward to the fruits I'll hopefully manage to grow. Good morning. Last night we had a power cut which lasted for a couple of hours. Actually, I went to bed and the power was still off. But I had this, this light that you put around your neck so I could knit. And I just sat on the couch and I was knitting with that light, and I managed to do one full repeat of the Saturday Shrug that I'm making for my niece. So now that I have 3 of them, I calculated, I think altogether I'm going to need another 2, so altogether 5 repeats, and then I'm going to be done. So I think probably this week I'm going to finish it, because that's not the only thing that I'm working on. But I just wanted to show you what I did last night, and to tell you that this morning we picked our first lemon.
Lost or I was found, nothing ever in between, shedding tears or extremely happy, got no one to stick around. Once my heart was in pieces, I told myself that was what I needed. The more I felt,
I have finished knitting the Saturday Shrug that is going to be a Christmas gift for my 24-year-old niece. And since she's taller and bigger than me, I have made it a bit larger than I would for myself. And I really hope that it will fit her well and that she's going to find coziness in it this winter.
something to love, at least something I can make sense of. Give me freedom.
I will link the yarns that I've used, but I did get a few questions about the large mohair cones I have. I get those cones from yarnsfromitaly.com. That is a company based in Latvia, and they stock yarns for machine knitting that are sourced from Italy. The mohair that I get is usually 50% mohair and 50% polyamide, which doesn't make them as soft as the luxury mohair yarns that most of the knitters buy. But I do like that they don't shed, and they are perfect to pair with other yarns for blankets and socks.
Like the feeling of misery, I agree.
have also completed the raglan jumper that I was knitting for my brother-in-law and that you've seen in a few of the previous videos. The fabric that was created was such a beautiful surprise, as I have combined 3 different yarns. I have used Drops Flora in light grey, a strand of very thin Merino Angora blend in beige, and one of those Mohair Cones in brown color. It was already soft while I was knitting it, but it became even softer after I washed it and blocked it. Now we just have to see if it's going to fit. Good morning. Just now, as I set up to record, like 5 minutes before, they started unloading some some building equipment from the truck just outside of my gate. So I hope that the sound is not going to be bad, but we'll go with it because I kind of brought everything down and I set everything up so I can show you what I have finished and what I've been making. But let me show you this mug first. I have 2 of these. I got this, Mario and we got this as a Christmas present from the kids years ago. My mom, what she did, she bought plain white mugs, 2 of them, and ceramic paint. And what she did, she dipped the kids' hands in the ceramic paint, and they kind of both each put their handprints on the mug, and then she baked it in the oven in order to make the paint permanent. And this way, she said when they gave it to us, she said so they can always keep your coffee warm because there are 2 handprints like this. And if you see how little the handprints are compared to the mug. And I love these. We have 2, and they are in our cupboard, and I'm always very careful when I use them. One of those very special memories. I wanted to show you some things that I finished because I finished the jumper that I was making for my brother-in-law. And we are going there tomorrow so I will take it. His birthday was yesterday I think. But we're gonna go there tomorrow, so I will give it to him. But it's done. And here it is. I mean, you've seen it pretty much in every episode for the past month or so. But now it's done and it's washed and blocked. And now I just hope that it's going to fit. When I blocked it over the jumper that my sister gave me, the commercial one that is my brother-in-law's, it's the same size. So I'm thinking that it should be all right. And here it is. And it's lovely. It's very soft. It was soft while I was knitting it. I actually think I said that in the voiceover, but when I washed it and blocked it, it even became more soft. So one last time so you can see the fabric. When I made the samples of different fabrics, I gave him the samples of little swatches, and I asked him to choose which one he liked, and this is the one that he liked. And so he knows what he's getting pretty much as far as the fabric is concerned. And the yarns, I told you many times, I combined Drops Flora in light gray, a very thin strand of Angora Merino blend, and I'm talking about very thin, in like that it's 1,500 meters per 100 grams. I got that one from yarnoncone.co.uk, but I got it ages ago, years ago, so I don't even know if it's available now. And strand of this mohair blend that I have on cones that I buy from yarnsfromitaly.com. So those three yarns made this fabric, and this is a combination of yarns I'm going to use, but in different color. The Drops Flora is going to be different color, dark gray. For Mario's niece, her birthday is in January, and she wanted a jumper for her birthday, so that's the combination I'm going to use for her. But I thought, okay, let me record today, even though this video is not going to go up for another 5 or 6 days, but because I'm going to give him the jumper tomorrow, I wanted to show it to you. So that's the first thing that was done. Iliana's Shrug, my niece's Shrug, is finished as well, and that is for Christmas, so I wasn't really in a hurry. And there was a moment sometime last week when I was knitting it in the night, and the electricity ran out. So I had this light that you have around your neck that kind of shines on your work. And I was sitting here on the couch, right here actually, where Jake is, and I was knitting it for a couple of hours. And I'll tell you what, it was such a welcome break of not having anything on. And I know that we can always do that. We can switch off the TV, we can switch off YouTube, turn off the computer. I mean, I don't have to look at the charts. I can do that at any time, but I don't. And this was such a welcome, even though it was forced, moment of just silence. Thankfully, I had coffee made, so I didn't, that wasn't missing. I had my coffee, and I was just sitting here in the dark and knitting, and it just made me think that those moments are more needed than I implement them in my life. But let me show you the Shrug. So here it is. The yarns that I used are for the oatmeal color. I have used this Stylecraft that I showed you in the last video. This came in 400 gram ball, and I have 260 grams left. So I have used less than half. And I have held it with the strand of this mohair blend that I have on cones. So that is for the oatmeal color, and for the burgundy or wine, this wine color, I've used Paintbox Aran, but it's also acrylic wool blend. I don't have the labels with me now, but I think both of them are like 20% wool and 80% acrylic or something like that. So I have used this Paintbox, and I have also held it with the burgundy mohair blend. So this now is going to go in the box where I have all the presents ready that are for Christmas or for birthdays. I usually have a box, and as I'm making them, I kind of put them in the box and I take them off the list that one is finished, so I know everything is there and ready. And for her fiance, because the idea was they live in UK, and I wanted, because they are moving into a new house now in UK, I wanted to buy them for this Christmas these kitchen scissors from Merchant and Mills, because I really like the quality of the scissors from Merchant and Mills. I don't have the kitchen ones, I have the sewing ones, and I bought from my mom. They're not cheap, they do hold their price, but they're really good. You could see that the product is really good quality. And I wanted to get them these kitchen scissors that are dishwasher safe, and I wanted to order some for myself. But I didn't know that they're going to be coming to Cyprus. I thought that they're going to stay in UK, so I could just ship it to them. But then, them coming here, I don't know if, first of all, I don't want to give them anything that's heavy. And I don't know if they're going to have proper suitcases or just carry-ons. And if they have a carry-on, there is no way I can give them scissors. They're not going to allow them to take those large ones with them back on the airplane. So I thought, okay, I'm not gonna do this for this year. I'm gonna leave it as an idea for the next year. So I'm going to kind of make something that is packed easily and that is relatively lightweight, so they can put it in the suitcase and take for them. And this is the one that she wanted when she saw mine. And she wanted it for her birthday, which was in July. But because I already had a present for her, I had a leather bag that I had previously bought. So I didn't make her this for her birthday, but now she's going to get it. And for her fiance, I have from before, this year, I have made 2 pairs of socks in his size, because to all the close people, I kind of, whenever I see them, I put them down and I measure their feet from the tip of their toes until where the heel begins. So when I have that measurement, and I have it in the book, I have everybody's measurements, I know that this is where I'm going to cut in the heel of the tubes that I make. So for him, and he has really large feet, these are a strand of undyed sock yarn and a strand of mohair blend. Is it focusing? Kind of. So a strand of undyed sock yarn and a strand of grey mohair blend, and this one is just drop snorts, so these are thinner. But to kind of stick with this greyish theme for him, but still to be a bit different. So they are settled, both of them now. Their gifts are settled, they're done, and I don't have to worry about it. My nephew, who is also coming, I had no idea what to get him, but Mario said that he has an idea, that he knows what shall we get him, so I'm leaving it to him, so that's a relief for me. One more thing that I've been making, just give me a sec, because I didn't speak all day, I didn't talk all day, and all of a sudden I started talking and my throat is drying out. Give me a sec. Okay. I found some yarn upstairs in my studio, and I was going through different yarns in hope that I can sort them out. I don't see how I can sort out everything that I have, and the yarn is not necessarily the problem, but the fiber is, because I have so much fiber and they're in 1 kilo bags. So when they arrived, they're kind of vacuum packed, but the moment I open it, air gets in and they just blow up like popcorn. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to sort that out. So I think I'm just gonna start slowly working through everything that I have and reduce the amount of things that I have. And once I can kind of access storage areas better, then maybe I can do something about the storage, or see if I can organize the shed that we have on the side of the house. But as I was going through the stash of yarn, I came across some yarn that I have no idea what it is. It's everything is in Chinese, so looks like this. So I must have gotten it like years ago, ages ago, probably from eBay. And I had 350 grams of it. I don't even know how many meters it is, but when I look at it, it looks kind of a sport weight yarn. And it feels, the way that it feels like microfiber. So there should be some wool content in it. Definitely not 100% wool. It feels like microfiber, like those, those microfiber cloths that we use for dusting, and it's very soft, it's very beautiful. But I didn't know what to do with it alone. I was thinking maybe to use it as a warp for one of the shawls. Then I thought, you know what, no, let me experiment something. From that place where I get those mohair blend cones, I got this thing. And this is, if you ever order from them, I will link them, it's yarnsfromitaly.com. If you ever order from them, make sure that you screenshot every single thing that you have ordered and all the meterage and composition, because when it comes, there is some kind of label inside. Okay, this one actually does say, but a lot of them they don't. So you don't really know if you order a lot of things, which one is which. So I screenshot it and then I write it down on a piece of paper that I kind of roll and put it inside the cone. So this is 43% super kid mohair, 17% merino, and 40% polyamide. And it changes color. It goes from beige to brown and black, and it's very thin. It's 2,400 meters per 100 grams. So I thought, okay, I found this yarn. It goes nicely with this. Let me see what kind of fabric it's going to make. And I started knitting one of my in and out raglans with it. So nice. Let me show you. I kind of like just wanted to make a swatch and just to see, like I'll just make a turtleneck to see what kind of fabric it makes. But then I just got hooked. Look at this. So I'm holding those two yarns together throughout, but because the mohair changes in color from beige and brown and black, it's creating these beautiful stripes, and it's so soft. Sorry if the needles are making noise. Let me. Do you see this beautiful kind of variation? So it kind of created self-striping yarn. Oh, sorry, they're drilling something. Sometimes I think like, oh, it's gonna pick it up on the camera, and it doesn't. And sometimes like some things that I don't even notice, like a fly buzzing around, just because it goes around the microphone, like you can really hear it on the video. So I'm hooked. I love it, and it's very, very soft. So I was kind of obsessed with it. I started it last week just as an experiment. I have already split for the sleeves, and I have knitted a good part of the body. So, you know how? Completely unexpected and very, very pleasantly surprised. I don't know how it's gonna hold up. I don't know. I didn't wash it and block it. I don't know how the mohair thing. So I just know how it looks and how it feels, and I really like the way that it looks and it feels. Happy surprise. The reason, another reason why I'm recording now is one, as I said, because I have to take Tassus's jumper tomorrow. I have to wrap it, and we're gonna give it to him tomorrow. But we are also getting ready to go to Barcelona and Paris. Barcelona Knits, and after Barcelona, Mario and me are going for 3 days to Paris, which we are leaving on Thursday. Now it's Monday. And this video is supposed to, because I'm kind of recording every 2 weeks, this video is supposed to come out on Sunday, which is when I'm going to be in Barcelona. And we are getting ready to go. And I have mixed feelings about it. On one hand, this is my first fiber festival, so obviously I was very excited when Mario surprised me a couple of months ago, and he booked the whole trip for us, and very excited to go and to see what everything is about. I've never been to one, and also to meet some of the people that I wanted to meet for a while, especially a friend of mine that we do chat often, Selma from Little Big Knits, but we never really met in person. And there will be some other ladies coming, Anina from Annuity Knits, and Camilla from Camijon Knits, and Lisa. Lisa lives in Spain, so I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody, and I'm really looking forward to going to Barcelona, which is my favorite city. This will be my 3rd time that I'm going, and Paris. I want to go to Paris. I've never been. I mean, I've been this in a way that I went to Disneyland. I took the kids to Euro Disney, so we went through Paris and then we went straight to Euro Disney. And also to see my friend, my maid of honor that lives in Paris. So there is this side that is making me excited. And then there is this other side, this heaviness that I can't. A friend of mine, you know her, she wrote on my Instagram, she commented on my Instagram when I wrote how difficult it is to record these videos now with everything that is going on. And Lisa wrote that it's so difficult, I'm paraphrasing now, to reconcile, is that the word, the everyday life with the events that are happening in the world. And it's so, it's so true, and it follows me throughout the day. You know, every time I pick up something that would normally bring me joy, it's very difficult to separate the two. And we are very close to everything that is happening. We are 377 kilometers away, which is, I think, 250 miles away. And it's, I don't need to tell you, it's just something that is debilitating in everyday life. At least it is for me. I don't know how people continue, normally going on about their lives. And I'm thinking, I'm going to Barcelona. And I would give it all up. I would give it all up. I wouldn't have to buy any yarn till the rest of my life. I don't need to travel. I don't need to go to Barcelona and Paris. If only I could do something. But this helplessness is just, it's killing me. Because when Lebanon was bombed, I think it was 2006, I actually, my older son, he was young, and I took him to my mom's house, my parents' house, and to take care of him for the afternoon. And I went around because I thought, like, you know what can I do? I can buy some food, you know, for like 40, 50, because, you know, you're a young family, you don't have a lot of money. You can buy like some food and supplies for 40, 50 euro and send or donate. But what I do have at the moment is time, and I have my parents that can look after my kid. So I took him to my parents, and I decided to go around pharmacies asking for donations. And I wasn't associated with any charity. I just went, me as Ivana, and I went from pharmacy to pharmacy from the morning. And I thought, like, you know, if I finish the day with 2 bags of medicines, you know, I'm gonna be really, really happy. And some people were really nice. They kept on putting stuff, because the pharmacies here are mostly privately owned, and the pharmacist who owns it works there. So some of the people that were really nice, they were just filling up bags, and some of the people, they would just look at me and just kind of nod their head like, go away. But by the end of the day, you couldn't see me in my car anymore. The trunk was full, the back seats were full, the front seat was full. I was driving like this. There was baby food, there was nappies, medicines, the ones that you can buy over the counter, like, you know, paracetamol and stuff like that. But a lot of baby supplies, like food, like formula and medicines. But at that time I could do something. And now I don't know what to do. And this kind of crafting and going on holidays, I'm sorry for this tangent, but it's sitting on my heart. It's a daily presence. And my son, he saw me crying the other day, and he asked me why, and I said, I can't do this. I can't watch this anymore. And when I say we're close, we are close. I know that shouldn't matter, but also the fact that we are close, and also, you know, that I have kids. Also, when Lebanon, when that was happening in Lebanon in 2006. We're so close to Lebanon that a couple of years ago, in 2020, when there was this large explosion in Beirut, because if you see the map of Cyprus, if you see the map of Mediterranean, you're going to see where Cyprus is. It's so close that when there was an explosion in Lebanon, we felt the air blast. It felt like somebody hit on our window. I thought that a bird flew into the window, that I actually got up and I went outside to see if a bird hit the window. And that was across the sea. So my son, he was telling me, he goes, Mom, when he saw me crying, he goes, but why don't you send them positive energy, or meditate, or, because I did with him last year. A friend of ours was having a surgery in the US, and we sat one evening here while she was in surgery, and we went into meditation, and we sent her positive and healing vibes, and she said that she felt it. And Alex, bless him, you know, he remembers, and he goes to him, Mom, why don't you do that? And I told him, you know, there is time for meditation and there is time for prayer, but there is also time to stand up and speak up. And I feel like I'm screaming, but that nobody's hearing. On that note, I know I was a bit downer today. I'm really sorry, but I finished the shawl. I made a wrap, a hand-woven wrap for my friend that lives in Paris. She's my maid of honor, and I've known her since we were about 15, 16. And she was living in London. She's a Serbian woman. She lived in London for a long time, and a couple of years ago they moved to Paris, and I haven't seen her since they moved to Paris. So now, since after Barcelona Knits we are going to Paris, I wanted to make her a hand-woven wrap. And the yarn that I used is, for the warp I have used this commercial camel blend. Not blend, just commercial camel yarn. And for the weft, I have used, I found my hand spun yarn. I can't tell you, I don't know exactly what combination of this, but knowing myself and what kind of combinations I usually make, it's probably a blend of Coriadel, Merino, and some kind of camelid, whether it's llama or alpaca or camel, but I don't think this one has camel. So I had enough of this for the whole shawl, for the weft shawl or wrap, and this is what I made for her, and I have washed it, and this is going to go to Paris and Barcelona with me. I really hope that she's going to like it. Did I just flash you with my belly here? I hope she's going to like it. I'm pretty sure she's gonna like it. I mean, simply for the fact that I made it for her. But yeah, this is finished, and I have footage from like different days as I was making it, and I'm going to leave you with that. So I hope you're well. I don't know if you stayed through all my rambling and spilling, like putting on you how I'm feeling. But I hope you're well. I hope you're finding your center. And I will see you soon. So bye for now, and I'm going to leave you with the footage of making this wrap. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow. And the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this: if you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit, there's a new day to leave behind your troubles. There's a new day, and it will set you free. There's a new day to get you through your struggles. I will always think you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit, there's a new day. It is waiting for us. There's a new day waiting round the bend. There's a new day, and it will restore us. There will be new ways. This is not the end.